Hi, Founder fans. Jason here, and today's founder is Thomas Wharton Jr. Now, Thomas Wharton Jr. came from a very wealthy merchant family in Philadelphia. But as things got a little tense between the colonies and the mother country, Thomas Wharton Jr. became an active member of the resistance movement. In fact, he not only joined the Committee of Correspondence to communicate with other colonies, he joined the Committee of Safety. And immediately after independence was declared, he was elected as chairman of the Committee of Safety. Now, in certain colonies, the Committee of Safety was kind of a shadow government before independence was declared, but after independence, until new constitutions were written, well, the committees of safety were essentially the government. And as chairman, well, he was in charge. So what Thomas Wharton Jr. did is he tried and succeeded in creating a constitution for the state of Pennsylvania. And he helped oversee the drafting of the initial constitution of the state of Pennsylvania. Now, interestingly, Pennsylvania didn't call its governor a governor. It called its governor a president. And who did they choose as the first president of Pennsylvania? Thomas Wharton Jr. And it makes Wharton essentially the first governor of an independent Pennsylvania. Now, he did an amazing amount of things as the governor of this new state during wartime, but famously, the British came and took over Philadelphia, and not only did the Continental Congress flee from Philadelphia at that time, but the Pennsylvania state government also fled from Philadelphia at that time, led by President or Governor Thomas Wharton Jr., who went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where he ran the state government out of for a few weeks until, surprisingly, in his early 40s, Thomas Wharton Jr. dies unexpectedly and leaves the government in the hands of Vice President George Bryant. So that is a shameful end, not a shameful end, but it's a shame that his life ended so abruptly because he was such an ardent patriot and important leader in Pennsylvania, and specifically Philadelphia, which was arguably the most important city in colonial America at that point in time. And he could have had a lot longer, a lot more successful career, if not on the national stage, at least in the state of Pennsylvania. So that's the story of Thomas Wharton Jr. There are a bunch of Whartons that you might run into when studying the American Revolution, but Thomas Wharton is probably the most important. So I hope you enjoyed that. You might notice that it is not an interview today. I'm still feeling out this new setup, so I have not done any interviews yet, but I'm hoping to schedule some this week and hopefully, crossing our fingers, have one for you next week. So make sure you like and subscribe for videos like this 5 days a week, as well as interviews, usually on Thursdays. Thank you again for watching, and I'll be back with another founder for you tomorrow.